and welcome to Around the Diocese. I'm Father Sight, and this is your local news source for what's happening around our diocese and beyond. This is your October 28th edition. We begin with an update of the Synod of Bishops on the Family. On October 24th, members of the Synod concluded their work and presented their report to the Holy Father. Pope Francis will take this report into consideration as he directs the Church's next step with regard to the vocation of the family. The director of the Holy See Press Office, Father Federico Lombardi, said that the 94-paragraph document takes into account the many difficulties faced by the family, but also represents a great capacity for facing and reacting to them. The overall tone of the report is positive and welcoming, and it calls on the Church, specifically on pastors, to walk with families, encouraging them to live according to the teaching of the Church and helping them to trust in God's mercy. For more information on this report and for complete coverage of the Synod of Bishops, visit thecatholicsun.com. In local news, Bishop Cunningham and district attorneys from the 7 counties of our diocese have announced a new memorandum of understanding outlining an enhanced reporting policy on matters related to sexual misconduct of minors. Bishop Cunningham and the local district attorneys state that this agreement builds on a verbal agreement they have had for years and welcomes the enhanced spirit of cooperation. To see the press conference in its entirety, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/SYRDIO. In other news, this past Sunday at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, Bishop Cunningham commissioned 25 individuals who went through the 2-year Diocesan Formation for Ministry program.
Well, this afternoon we're going to be commissioning 25 new lay ministers who have completed a path of 2-year studies to be commissioned, certified as lay ministers to assist in our parishes and agencies of the diocese. And they'll be doing things like visiting the sick, educating the young, reaching out in social service to people. They each have chosen a special area of ministry that they wish to engage themselves in. Some will be working with youth. And so it's a wide variety of people serving in a wide variety of capacities in our parishes.
It's my hope that through your experiences of the Formation for Ministry program and all of its courses, retreats, workshops, and reflection experiences, that you have been able to unleash a new level of commitment to serving God and serving our neighbor.
Robin Cornish.
You know, the laity, by virtue of their baptism, have a mission in the Church, and that mission is to share their faith with others. These people are taking it a step further by forming themselves and educating themselves in a way that their service to other people can be more beneficial. We have to honor these people and admire their dedication, recognize that each of us have different gifts and different ministries. All of us aren't called to share our faith in exactly the same way. We admire these people for what they're doing, for their desire to help their pastors, and to work with the people of their parishes.
Bishop Cunningham and the Diocese of Syracuse are grateful to the newly commissioned lay ministers who will now take on various leadership roles in their own parishes. Now we go to diocesan social media specialist Nicole Chenet with this week's Media Minute.
On today's Media Minute, we're introducing you to a fantastic mobile messaging app called Remind. Remind is a communication tool that can be used in schools, ministries, and parishes and instantly connects you to your audience with quick, simple messages. Remind works just like texting and can be used on any device, including mobile phones. The best part, it keeps your number private, so your audience never sees your personal mobile number and you never see theirs. Remind is free to use, and you can sign up in a matter of seconds. You can even schedule messages to be sent later, helping you stay organized and saving you time. To learn more, visit remind.com.
Thank you, Nicole. From the desk of editor Catherine Long, this is what you can look forward to in the next edition of the Catholic Sun. On the cover of this week's edition, there is a feature on vocations. Vocations Awareness Week is November 1st through the 7th. Also, more from Bishop Cunningham's press conference with local DAs. Lastly, Sun photographer Charles Wainwright was on hand at the cathedral for the commissioning of lay ministers. You can look for his images plus much more in this week's edition of the Catholic Sun. That's all for this edition. We leave you now with some beautiful fall images from around CNY in a special virtual retreat given by Father John Rose, Director of Retreats at Christ the King Retreat House and Conference Center. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like and share what you see. Until next time, I'm Father Sight, and remember, God is doing great things in us and all around our diocese.
As you begin your retreat, take a few moments to pause and relax. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in the spirit of peace and invite the Holy One to be with you. The rule of St. Benedict invites us to listen with the ear of our heart. Jesus says, "Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God." The purpose of the heart is not so much to feel, but to see as God sees. When we listen to our heart, we awaken to a new way of seeing things, a new way of being. To listen to our heart, we need to stop and become still. In the stillness, we are touched by the breath and the presence of God. We taste serenity. We breathe the calmness of the Spirit. We become like Christ. The Christ who lives within me comes alive. In the stillness, the ears of our heart hear as if for the first time. The eyes of our heart see as Christ sees. All has been made new. We have become a new creation. In these days of fall, the earth is becoming more still. The song of the birds and sounds of the insects have disappeared. Daylight has diminished. Night and darkness extend an invitation to sit in their presence. Creation desires to whisper its message. Be still and know God in the silence. O God, give me a heart that listens, a soul that waits. Let me hear your voice, O Lord. Let me hear your voice.